for an exemption for himself and his infant daughter so they can return to Trinidad. Why Penny was granted exemption. SEA exam August 20th. $45 million for public health care due to COVID. PM continue the spirit of sharing. And these are some of the stories making way in the Express at this time. So let's see what's going on in the Newsday. Brian Manning, full support for Dr. Rowley. Planting time for Rohane Nandal, 89. Father Tang Kai, don't allow evil to pervade in our land. U.S. tells TNT businesses comply with Venezuela sanctions. Arima Hospital to be operational within a month. Carnival Boots stands to be taken down from Monday. Seaman threatens to sue state over COVID-19 border closure. Political activist wants info on government NCB global finance deals. Sinanan, 650 maxi taxi owners get fuel checks so far. On-the-job trainees to get 10% stipend increase. Updated, TNT students at UE Mona to return home Saturday. Expect severe cases during hurricane season. Compensation for Labreman for bad robbery charge. Okay. Tobago fisherfolk, no help after Tropical Storm Karen. Tobago Writers Guild, U.S. racism is our struggle. Dial Singh, COVID-19 cost health sector $45 million. COVID-19 delays new ID card rollout from EBC because nobody was working. Pasal Bisessa, plant spiritual seeds this Corpus Christi. PM's Corpus Christi message, time to connect with our hearts. 2 policemen charged. Barpore man surrenders to police. I killed Trisha. Mixed reactions to SEA date announcement. And these are some of the stories that are making way in the Newsday at this time. So, what time the Guardian updated yet, you know? That's what it's looking like. Okay. Headline in the Guardian, nurses angry. Let's see what's going on there. So why would I see that and not see on the sound? Anyway. Waro Queen calls for mayor to remove Columbus statue. The Queen of the Waro Nation, Donna Bermudez Bovell, is calling on Mayor Joel Martinez to convene an urgent meeting to discuss the removal of Christopher Columbus from his place of public reverence in Port of Spain following his public pronouncement to engage on the matter on Wednesday. Okay. Increase in child labor in post-COVID-19 world. ECLAC and ILO warn. Weapons seized and 16 arrested in police exercise. Law Association concerned over death threats against judge. Soldier arrested for breach of protection order. Missing persons alert for Superior Man. African countries battle ready to take on COVID-19. Return to places of worship must incorporate the new normal. Pope to celebrate Feast of Corpus Christi in St. Peter's on Sunday. CAF holds virtual annual conference. Ford removed at Jam at PRO. Well, the rest of these stories were yesterday. Yes. So these are the stories making way in The Guardian, the Newsday, and The Express at this time. So you can go out there and get the papers of your choice, check it out, see what's happening. Caller, good morning.
Hey, good morning to my brother. How are you doing?
Hey, I did cool. What's up?
I did just mellow, man. What the weather doing up here?
Boy, treating me good. I can't complain. I'm enjoying it.
Well, even self if they treated me good, we have to treat it good, you know. You know what? I just said I'm going to touch base with you to say good morning to you, good morning to Sarah and all the listeners, all the callers, management and staff. And to all my lovers present, good morning to you. Bruce Wayne, on this Fuad Abu Bakar matter, you think it's just so Abu Bakar will just take away that position from his son? Just so?
But I don't think
you know that
is he take it away or the I think it's one of the somebody from the organization, one of the organization heads, you know.
No, I heard earlier was Abu Bakar, and he gave it to Lawrence Balak.
Oh, but they say Lawrence Balak was the person that wrote the letter. That is the name on the letter. So
well, that is the person who got the position.
Okay.
So they put exactly why they take it from him?
No, I didn't see a reason as to why. I don't think they depended that in the letter. I would like to
Well, I believe the reason is for this whole controversy thing where he said that he and his father met with Dr. Keith Rowley concerning elections and all them things, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't true. You understand?
Yeah, because his father said he didn't speak to Dr. Rowley concerning that.
He didn't. So, I mean, you can be somebody high into faith and doing these kind of things and then coming out to light to the public, probably just for political reason. You understand? So I think that is the reason really why, I mean, people looking up to you as a head, as somebody, you know, in faith, because it have people that really respect your father in this organization that you know. You understand what I'm saying? And you come out here to make this thing look like Dolly House to political reason. You understand? And you fall flat on your belly. But he could have never really convinced me, Bruce. This word guy could have never really convinced me. Because I used to be hearing him on other places and the kind of things he talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you run out of it now. You're going for screening in the PNM, and then soon after you run back to your party and be head. I wonder if that party is something just like the Mahasabha business. That's just appoint people. If it have an election for leadership. So I mean, you will leave to come and join another party and they just run back in just so and get back that same position.
Yeah, because his mischief he was up to from the start.
You understand what I'm saying? And these organizations and political party, we just want to stay as a leader and not elected to be the leader. Man, all of them say that's the top T what, yes? Do you have a good morning? I look to and listen.
Yeah, my brother, take care.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much, Deep South. All right, guys, I'm here. Let me say good morning. Good morning to you, Bruce.
Morning, darling.
Good morning to all our listeners, all our viewers. Good morning to my family. Good morning to all family, our radio family. Good morning, far and wide in the world. Tobago, Trinidad, everybody, good morning. Aye, it's Friday morning, 5:54 a.m. I can't believe it, but it's Friday. So, Bruce, you would have read you read all the news.
Yeah.
I know today is Bacchanal Friday. And I must make my little Bacchanal.
But of course, it is imperative that you do so.
Yes, man. You see, we have to be careful of being reckless. That's how I look at things. And some people may not agree with me. Some people may not like me. But put your pot on a slow fire. You will start to love me at some time. Yeah? Because I'm not budging to suit nobody.
Sure, right.
I'm not going to be intimidated by anybody more than the Lord. And what you feel you could do, I could do more than that too. Fuad removed from PRO post. Fuad Abu Bakr, son of Jamaat al-Muslimin leader Yassim Abu Bakr, has been removed from his post as Public Relations Officer, PRO, of the Mukurapo-based organization. They called to notify me that they had a meeting and had removed me as PRO. Abu Bakr told the Express yesterday, adding that change was essential for growth. The replacement of Abu Bakr with long-standing Jamaat top ranker, Loris Balak, was disclosed in a media release by Balak himself shortly after his appointment on Wednesday. Abu Bakr is the leader of the New National Vision, NNV party. Asked if there was a split between him and his father, he said, "Like Trinidad and Tobago, we are family and we will not always agree. But the overall goal must be remembered, a better TNT for us all. The New National Vision, which I lead, seeks to represent the dreams and aspirations of all the people of our nation." Abu Bakr hit the spotlight recently when he claimed he was to be screened by the People's National Movement, PNM, for a seat in the upcoming general election. The PNM denied the claim. Asked what was his role in the Black Lives Matter BLM protests earlier this week at the Queen's Park Savannah, Port of Spain, and his view on the incident involving a police officer, he said, "I'm a political leader who endorses the BLM movement. I understand the rights that the movement is clamoring for. Those rights are in line with my ideology as a human being. Police abuse, extrajudicial killings, corruption, discrimination, judicial delay. Prison conditions, economic disparity, racism, among other issues, must be fought against with all of our strength. The young people of our country are rising up and speaking out. I must, as a right-thinking citizen, do my part in this struggle to make TNT better." Race and class. According to Abu Bakr, there is internalized racism in Trinidad and Tobago. BLM protesters face off with the police officer on Monday, with one of them pulling his hat off his head. Abu Bakr said the highlighting of the incident with the police officer exemplifies the immaturity of TNT institutions. Some agents of the press chose to highlight the incident instead of the substantive cause of the movement, he said.
What?
He said the police officers present, including Police Commissioner Gary Griffith, did a fair job and added it was his intervention that prevented a fracas from erupting in the savannah. If I did not block the officer and talk to him, calming him and the man who pulled away his hat, there may have been a fracas. The offending individual did a silly act, but in the course of a protest, things like that are expected by the police, and they are supposed to be trained to deal with such. He said.
No, he's correct. He's correct. The officer should have locked his tail up. He's correct. The officer should have locked up the man's tail.
Let me tell you something.
That is government property, you know.
Every time I continue to say I don't want to come here and beat up on this young man. I don't want to do that, but every time he opens his mouth, he continues to sink himself deeper and deeper and deeper. How the hell you can be a political leader speaking in that tone and in that manner?
Mad, yes.
That's total madness.
Crazy.
And the video we saw didn't speak to nothing here. So then they cut and paste the video then.
What did the police officer do? Now I'm asking a question. What did the police officer do that would have warranted a female individual up in his face, one, two, another individual removing his hat off his head? Right? What would have warranted that?
Bruce, I'm going to tell you something. All of them there had phones taping the incidents or taping the whole thing. So what if the police come with a camera taping? Maybe that's for their
But according to Mr. Griffith,
I don't understand.
all his team talking about the police should have body cams. The police recorded, which is the same thing that the body cam would have been doing.
I don't understand.
So what's the problem? You know my children asking me, how come that man didn't get locked up? You know what my children asked me too? Daddy, suppose the man that pulled the police officer gun. If he could snatch his hat, what is preventing him from snatching his firearm? All the come around with that stripping is this Friday morning, eh? Well, you have to be mad. I said that totishness always be encouraging.
And you are saying that you tried to stop. In the first instant, you didn't try to stop. You tried to block the camera. Go back and watch the video.
Yes.
Go back and watch the video. You didn't calm down anything. So when I put up my stuff on Facebook, you coming up to tell me about I always, what? Something you tell me about I always am.
All you went there for conflict. Talk done.
For
conflict. Right? All they went for conflict. Anyway, Sean, 6 o'clock.
Oh, Lord. Eh?
Have our news headlines.
Yeah.
Get me mad this something Friday morning. I never see much stupidness.
From the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Sharon Felix.
And I am Jason Thomas.
And this is our 6 a.m. headlines on the street 919 FM, courtesy Green Dot Limited. In the headlines, nationals stranded in Venezuela expected to return home today. Finance Minister hints at a subdued mid-year review. And overseas,
over 39 million jobs could be lost in Nigeria by year's end.
And those were the morning's headlines, courtesy Green Dot Limited. On BJ Newscast comes up at 7. I am Sharon Felix.
And I'm Jason Thomas.
Good morning.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we're back.
Mm-hmm.
And again, let me just apologize for my lateness. I have a meeting to go to, Lord. And here, man, you see this?
They're very justified, sir.
Yeah. That's how the thing goes. So Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know about you, but I want to tell Fuad Abubakar, take it down a little bit. If you just take it down a little bit, you'll accomplish what you want to accomplish. But you're running too fast.
It's almost like you're trying to be something he's not.
That he's not. So take it down a little bit. You're too anxious and too hastily want to be in office to serve. And while doing that, which is not a bad thing, you're getting yourself into unnecessary problems. Take it down a little bit. Take it down. I don't know. I don't understand what to do with our statues. What them statues is whatever the significance of these statues being here.
Who would have erected those statues?
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus, and help us. So, Trinidad and Tobago, it's 6:05, and where did I go? I want us to...
Hey.
Okay, boy, I don't know, Mr. Harry Bailey, oh, Lord Father.
Dirty Harry, good morning.
I don't know, Dirty Harry, I don't know what kind of pictures is coming up on this boy. Harry, morning. Oh, good.
Mommy, that rice.
Boy, I not just meat alone now. I'm mad.
Oh, good.
Jeez, you webbos. Let me just say, I want to go into this this morning. I've heard and I've seen people saying that the hospital started to build under Kamla Prasad Bissasan. I want to tell some of you all this. I'll give you some information, but I want to tell you this. It doesn't matter who it starts under, once it is completed. And I want to today applaud and congratulate this government for coming into office, cleaning it up. At least it still have cleaning to clean, but trying to clean as much as, let's say, 70%. Fighting to put the economy back on stream, but continuing projects if that is what they want to see. Because they have no good track record on that at all. Because they came into office and they left all the construction work that the PNM going out of office would have left. We had Viewfort, the houses in Viewfort. We had a number of things. We had the stadium.
Okay, yes.
We had many projects that they left. And on top of that, there were schools that were being constructed, and they left it. I can tell you about one. Sawa Government Primary School. They vandalized it. No, I want to congratulate this government that work has been started back and I see it going at a pace. So hopefully we might see something for the new term. I'm praying. This government here, this government of today, from 2015 onwards at this time, have sought to go into projects and continue. But I want to tell you, the Arima General Hospital, all year, the sod was turned. The sod. Only the damn earth was dig up and throw. Pew, pop, pew, pew.
That was the start?
That was the start.
Okay.
And it was left there.
Well, the way I hear people talking, I was under the distinct impression that the structure itself had started, and when the new government came in, it was continued. That the way how they talking now, I assumed was that.
You hear what the man say? How the hell a party that is out of government could take credit for a project by just turning the sod? That was what they did. And then you want to come and talk about, oh, we start what? What did you all start?
They turned the sod.
What did you all start?
Start to dig the ground.
What does it? They was digging to plant money or what? For it to grow?
Probably.
What did you all start? Come on. We're going to a break. We'll be back. Do not shift your dial.
They talk.
You talk. Come talk with us. On the street.
919 FM. This Saturday on Iowa Stage.
Yo, what up, friends? It's your boy Stargram here, and you see this coming Saturday, the 15th of June. It's all about yours truly, Ahmed Stargram, heading down to Iowa Stage. Yes, Iowa Stage for the first time ever Chutney Clash. You heard it, the first time ever Chutney Clash. Iowa Stage, that's this coming Saturday, the 13th of June. I'm going to be singing against my sister in the business, Kavita Ramkissoon, the Chutney Empress. So we're going to be live from 8 p.m. on Facebook, Street 919 FM and 101.7 Facebook page. You all keep it locked. Don't you miss it. This coming Saturday from 8 p.m. Yours truly, Instagram, Kavita Ramkissoon. See you.
Hey guys, this is Igil Kavita Ramkissoon, your Chutney Empress, and on Saturday, June 13th, I am coming to Iowa Stage on 919. We're having something called a Chutney Clash. And guess who I'm up against? Ahmed Stargram. That's my boy, you know. But you see, Saturday is no mercy. We starting at 8, so don't be late. It's 2 Chutney Soca finalists ripping it up on one stage. The vibe's real nice. Don't miss it, you know.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iowa George, Facebook Neil Iowa George, and YouTube Iowa TV. It's Iowa Stage.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday right here on the Street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Join Wayne Delamore on Wednesdays from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. right here on the Street 919 FM.
A bacon shark at Maracas Beach is truly an experience. Now get the same exquisite taste of the beach in the heart of town. Richard's Bacon Shark from Maracas to the city. 7 Western Main Road, St. James. Curbside pickup and delivery is available. To order, call 488-BAKE. That's 488-2253 or 75-SHARK 757-4275. Richard's Bacon Shark from Maracas to the city. The taste you know and love is just a little closer.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance beat all talk.
What are you sleeping on? Did you know that you may be sleeping on dead skin cells, dust mites, and bodily fluids? Do you suffer with aches, pain, stiffness, and other sleep disorders? Studies show that you should replace your mattress every 7 to 10 years for better health, better support, and a better night's sleep. Visit a sleep center today at Quartz and find the perfect mattress for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Sanitized? Check. COVID-free? Check. At New City Mall, check out our grand selection of high-quality clothing and accessories from men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at number 3 Charlotte Street and 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, short sets, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out as we also have clothing and accessories in the following brands: Levi's, Clarks, Dream USA, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Truckfit, Nautica, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Huarache, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and much more. And if you want to get a new look, we have barbers, hairstylists, weave hair, and wigs on sale. New City Mall, like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Opening hours are Monday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Healing Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monterey Post, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
Come talk with us.
Real issues, hard talk.
Real talk on the street 919 FM.
All right, so we are back, Trinidad Tobago, the World by Extension. Listen again, let me say good morning to all of you. Viewing, you can go on our Facebook page, The Street 919 FM, and Iowa TV on YouTube, and see us live in studio. Let me say good morning. Good morning, Jenny, before I get into my issue. Yes, Jenny?
I didn't want to really disturb your flow, because I wanted just to make, not bacchanal, but ask a question.
Well,
morning, Mr. Felix, morning, Bruce, morning, nine male and female warriors, Mr. Chancellor Guru. Mr. Felix, you see all them kind of macabre kind of movie thing they want to make with the Father Abu Bakr and this and that. I want to know where the $476 million in the old dollar bill is. Where the central bank governor, Mr. Heller, said did not come in. Where is those dollar notes? Why didn't people carry it in to change it to the polymer? And I am asking, is it all these plots and things and movie thing we seeing and all that is an attempt, God forbid, that Al-Maki and Chibon traitors come back in office? They will bring those dollar notes back into circulation and make it legal tender again.
But I told you, you don't have to ask that. I telling you that's what they want to do. I'm telling you that.
All them other things they're doing to me is distraction. They're playing to talk about these things, relevant matters. We don't want to hear, yes, these things they're doing is, but we keeping we eye on the ball. The hospital in Arima, they saw the turn, that mean a bill. It was commissioned for how much millions of dollars, whatever it is. Dr. Rowley and this government was able to do it for less money. It finished. She a bill nothing. The Couva Hospital, it was built. She runs fast to cut ribbon to say it open without it really finish opening. This kind of delivery talk they want to follow that UNC and PP government delivered and delivered. Delivered what? At what cost and price you have to pay for all them delivery they keep talking about? That again is distraction and a myth to make me feel like they do so much. And what did they do? What happened to the Beatham Water Project? Why nobody going and take pictures to show it abandoned and millions and millions of dollars spent on the man who think it gone Panama? Well, there's a pond, some retention pond by the abattoir, and that was to collect water and all that. Money spent for that with Jack Warner. Why they taking pictures and that and show these unfinished project? The DB Highway or wherever it is down there, that didn't finish. I myself used to go down when I go into work sometime, and they put a highway part at abandoned. That is why the there where the water always coming up from the sea there. That area they're always flooding because they do some kind of half-tail highway thing going there that had to abandon. All my money spent, what delivery Kamla Prasad, Bisesa Almaki and them deliver to this country? People be real. One kind of overspend money, everything costs overrun, and people who get a little thing and push at the side to them, that nice, who get wrong envelope. This delivery myth that they're talking about, we need to debunk that. What did Kamla Prasad, Bisesa and them deliver in this country between 2010 and 15? Other than chaos, bacchanal, mayhem. What did they deliver? Dr. Rowley and the STNM government is delivering for the country. Hospitals are actually being built. Arima Hospital is finished. Point 14 going to finish just now. What nonsense all this they deliver and deliver? What they deliver? Please tell us. Where is the 475 million in the old notes? Why only carry a teen? Stop this myth about deliver. She ain't deliver nothing. And anytime they put up she deliver, we go put up sign saying she ain't deliver nothing. Look the training thing they do in San Fernando Training Hospital. They convert that whole area into some. What they train? They convert the youth camp, the largest youth camp in Trinidad and Tobago, and in the world, in the Caribbean, the girls camp in El Dorado. They convert it into a nursing school. That had to close down too because it's unsafe. What have they delivered? The nurses and them who finished can't even get certified because the nursing council was illegitimate, so everything had to hold back. How much nurses can get the damn certificate to start the practice?
All right, Jenny, leave it there. I'm going to the article. Leave it in. All right. So, Trinidad and Tobago, there is a narrative that the Arima General Hospital was built with money from the NGC. This is not true. The Minister of Finance started in 2018, secured funding from several banks to build this long-awaited medical facility. Thanks to efficient project management and negotiation, the government saved $200 million while maintaining the entire scope of works. Prime Minister Dr. The Honorable Keith Rowley officially opened the state-of-the-art hospital, which will serve thousands of residents in Arima and its environs. Hospital, which will serve thousands of residents in Arima and its environs.
Your Excellency, Song Yumin.
Hospital, which will serve thousands of...
Special.
Well, I tell you.
Welcome to you here in Arima, and a very special thank you for working with us in the last 3 years, I don't know any other ambassador in my public service time who has been so dedicated and have worked so hard for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Ambassador, you've done a great job. I understand that you are leaving us soon for greater things. Maybe I should begin to address you as President Designate. I don't know if that is a good omen, but we will miss you because you have been so involved with us in our development programs and our aspirations here in Trinidad and Tobago. On behalf of all the people of Trinidad and Tobago, I want to express a special thank you to you and your family. Today is a very special day for all the people of Trinidad and Tobago, but particularly for those people who call themselves Arimians, those who always thought that this day would come. And for me, I'm a kind of Arimian because when I left the hills of Mason Hall in Tobago, I landed here in Arima in 1969. Spent a year teaching school here in Arima, playing cricket on the ground next door, running around watching, the athletic tracks in Abilene Wildcats, and considering myself an honorary Arimian. And I've heard the story since then that Arima should have a hospital. That story was around since then. I'm talking about my formative years. The people of Arima always thought that they deserved a hospital because Arima was probably the fastest growing town in Trinidad and Tobago. But that aspiration got caught up in the administration of the country. Because you see, there were some people who believed that where Arima was located, an Arima hospital was not required because you had a hospital in Sangre Grande, and then we had the one in Mount Hope later on, and then there was the bus route, and then there were improvements in the roadworks and so on. And every time this story came up, the Friends of Arima were fighting against development elsewhere, which said, yes, you want a hospital, but no, you don't really need one because you're close enough to what exists. I don't know how many of you know that Trinidad and Tobago has either ready or on the way 10 hospitals. There are Caribbean nations that have 1. Some have 2. We have 10. And Arima got caught up in that development program where Trinidad and Tobago had some hospitals. And those who were managing the health portfolio, various administrations, especially public servants, thought that Arima didn't need a hospital. I was one of those who thought that Arima needed a hospital. Because if you look at the map of Trinidad and Tobago, you look at the population distribution, you would find that a hospital in Arima is as central as any other, probably more central than all the other hospitals. And therefore, when at the level of the cabinet, the argument was that we really needed a polyclinic, whatever that was, because it's a term I hated. I don't know what that is. It's not a health center, it's not a clinic, it's not a hospital. Something they came up with in the public service to give you a certain level of health service, but not all of it. But I know Arima people wanted a full-fledged hospital. And we got to I was in the cabinet in the 19s when this story was about, and it didn't happen. And then I was there again in the early 2000, 2001, 2002, that argument was still going on. Arima and Mayaro was being offered a polyclinic. And the current Minister of Finance and myself, we opposed that term very vehemently. And later on, in 2015, the government of the day decided that an initiative to commit to it would be done. And you would have heard the Minister of Health saying today that the designs were finished in early 2016, and we started the construction here immediately. The contractor was around because the contractor was selected. It was a very bad time to build that hospital. We were in a better position at an earlier time to build it But at that time, the argument was should we or should we not. When the decision was taken in 2015, it was a bad time because in 2014, our financial situation started to deteriorate. The money wasn't as easily available. And by 2016, the money just wasn't there. You may recall that the first budget that this government produced in 2015, we came into office on September 9th with the gift of cash in the account for 3 days. We have to run a country. We went to do the national budget by October, as required by law. Coming into office, September 9, 2015, have to have a budget passed by October, because at the end of October, you will have no money to spend if you don't pass a budget. We passed the budget. But immediately after, we did something which I'm sure you all forgot. We had to do an across-the-board cut of 7%. Remember that? So we passed the budget in a few days, but had to cut 7% of it across the board after, because the money just wasn't there. In that situation, especially when the news about oil price and gas price was that they were plummeting, as they have done recently, we could have taken a decision then to shelve this project, because that would have been the easiest thing to do. The construction had not gone very far. The money wasn't there. The loan funding wasn't in place. But because we had a commitment to give the people of Arima what we thought they deserved, we decided to make the sacrifice. And you may recall that during that period, 2016-2017, there was a lot of janjat over who was owed and who were not being paid. The government knew that we owed people. And what we were doing was paying some of what you owe, not paying some of it, paying it later, because we wanted to do some of the things that had to be done. So those of you who were not paid on time then, I apologize, because we were trying to build this hospital and other things like this. Because I tell you what, once you had stopped the contract then, it may never have been restarted in any reasonable time frame. And those of you who know construction, especially if you built a house of your own out of your pocket, once you stop the construction, you increase the cost. Because when you come to restart it, there are additional costs, and sometimes you never get back there. Being this Ariman by boat, I did not want to consider stopping this project, because I felt that if we had something for which the people of Arima would be grateful, of all the things that we'd be doing for the rest of the country, I knew that primary on the list of things for the people of Arima was this hospital. And that is why we did not choose the option of stopping this project in those very dark days of 2016. And that's why you heard this morning of the Minister of Finance going to the local banks and borrowing those monies. The US dollar borrowings were to buy the equipment, because the equipment is all imported. Those state-of-the-art things that you will see later on this morning are bought abroad in US dollars. The local dollars were to pay for what you could pay locally. And of course, we did have some foreign contract commitments, because the Chinese contractor was importing some of the inputs from China, so you had to pay for in US dollars. So we borrowed. But even as you heard the borrowing to pay the bill, that's not the whole story. When you're financing these kinds of projects, the borrowing takes a while, but the payments had to be made now. We had to pay from the current account, and then you fix it back with the borrowing later on. So it's a jockeying of monies from one place to another to keep it going. And I must say that we kept this project going. And I want to thank the Minister of Finance and his staff, and I want to thank the contractors for their patience, because it was not every day that they got what they wanted on time, but they did deliver this project close to being on time. And we also, in those dark days, took the opportunity to sit down with the contractor through UDICOT to negotiate line by line, item by item. And that's how we managed to reduce the cost by $200 million. And that is not to be sneezed at. a $200 million reduction, and we got the same hospital that we set out to get at $1.8 billion. I want to thank the contractors for being cooperative, and I apologize for reducing what profit you might have had. But you've done wonderfully well here, and I'm sure that you were pleased to have been associated with the people of Arima and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I want to say something to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, we ought to be critical of ourselves. Within our families, we have to be critical of our family members. Otherwise, some of them will go astray. Some of them need sometimes a holding by the ear. But sometimes we are overly critical of ourselves. And when we end up like that, we don't really get the best of ourselves. You see, it is common knowledge. If you go back 6 months, it would have been common knowledge to walk down Frederick Street or walk around the dial and ask a question about our health system. And I would have guaranteed you that 75% of the responses would have been uninformed negative. Because most people who would comment about the health system in Trinidad and Tobago would be uninformed that it is one of our main priorities and has been for the longest while. After education and health, everything else is secondary. Since we took charge of these islands, we have made those two priorities permanent. I want to say to our people, if our health system and our healthcare deliverers were what you think they were, a pandemic would have been devastating to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And the reason why it has not been so, and it is not so, is because the reality of what we have and who we are have come to our rescue. We had good infrastructure, and we had good people in place who were largely unnoticed, but mostly ridiculed. I simply ask today that we reflect on that. And next time, when you want to speak about the health service, especially if you are not fully informed, to temper our criticism with reason. There are thousands of procedures that take place in our health system every single day, night and day. Thousands. My own daughter has just gone to the hospital last week, two days ago, pregnant woman. She goes in, she has a baby. Within 48 hours, she's back home like nobody's business. There are places in the world, in the developed world, where that does not happen. And better still, ladies and gentlemen, it's for free, a word I don't like. It's not really free. It's paid for by the state. All of what you get, what should I say, let me be more accurate, most of what you get in healthcare delivery in this country is at no cost to you directly. It's paid for by the Treasury. Healthcare is probably the most contentious and most expensive item in the developed world. In the developed world. And that is why when we close our border to protect us here, is because we know that those who are thumbing their noses at us, because they live in the developed world, when things start to happen, like the pandemic outside, we know that the place they're looking for is Trinidad and Tobago. Because in Trinidad and Tobago, healthcare is available, and it's available for free. Paid for. We make a small contribution through our healthcare health surcharge, but don't think that's paying for healthcare. What the government collects from the health surcharge cannot pay for the medication in the hospital, far less to pay the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, and the maintenance. It's a contribution, yes, but it's a token contribution. It's funded from the government's earnings in taxes and revenue from the energy sector. That gives the people of Trinidad and Tobago a quality of health care that others would be jealous of. In the United States, if you don't have health insurance, dog eat your supper. Because I haven't seen crap where they smoke the pipe. We must appreciate in this country what we have. And even as we have to build on it to make it better, because it's far from perfect. And there are lots of times when we fall short. Somewhere along the way, something will go wrong. But when that happens, let us not just beat up on ourselves and believe that we are the worst and we have the worst. This is something that we should be proud of. As I speak to you now, we have 10 hospitals in this country delivering health care free to the public 24/7. We have a hospital in Couva that had, well, it was politically opened in September of 2015, but it wasn't finished. It was open for the elections. We all know that. The contractor completed that hospital in July of 2016. That's when it was handed over to us. And what we try to do at Couva is to go one step further in healthcare delivery in this country, which is to, the same way we have Mount Hope for tertiary, we want to use Couva to go out regionally. So we owed UWI $200 million. And we made a deal with UWI by negotiation to invite them in to run this new hospital in partnership with the government to provide better health care, but outside of the normal healthcare system, and to target the regional market for cutting-edge healthcare. That will allow the country to have within our borders a hospital
on the street.
The official station that defends the nation.
This Saturday on Iowa Stage.
Yo, what up, friends? It's your boy Stargram here, and you see this coming Saturday, the 13th of June. It's all about yours truly, Ahmed Sagram, heading down to Iowa Stage. Yes, Iowa Stage for the first time ever Chutney Clash. You heard it, the first time ever Chutney Clash. Iowa Stage, that's this coming Saturday, the 13th of June. I'm going to be singing against my sister in the business, Kavita Ramkissoon, the Chutney Empress. So we're going to be live from 8 p.m. on Facebook, Street 919 FM and 101.7 Facebook page. You all keep it locked. Don't you miss it. This coming Saturday from 8 p.m. Yours truly, Instagram, Kavita Ramkissoon. See you.
Hey guys, this is Igil Kavita Ramkissoon, your Chutney Empress, and on Saturday, June 13th, I am coming to Iowa Stage on 919. We're having something called a Chutney Clash. And guess who I'm up against? Ahmed Sagram. That's my boy, you know. But you see, Saturday is no mercy. We starting at 8, so don't be late. It's 2 Chutney Soca finalists ripping it up on one stage. The vibe's real nice. Don't miss it, you know.
Streaming live on Instagram at Iowa George, Facebook Neil Iowa George, and YouTube Iowa TV. It's Iowa Stage.
Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
This is Pastor Charles from the Upper Room Ministry. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. for a time of prayer and intercession. I want you to know that we are going to have a TIME time in the presence of God, lifting up our nation, lifting up our families in prayer. I'm looking forward to, my God, for you to join with me. Praise God, every Wednesday, praise God, praying for our nation, praying for our families, praying for our children. Join with me every Wednesday at 12 midnight. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM. God bless you.
Eastside Plaza has been sanitized. Eastside Plaza is COVID-19 free. The deals are at Eastside Plaza daily in the heart of Port of Spain. Eastside Plaza is located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Chinatown. It's a sale on everything at all stores at Eastside Plaza. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out Eastside Plaza, number 32 Charlotte Street in Chinatown. Follow Eastside Plaza on Facebook.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Olive Reyes Clark, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
Enagic changed your water, change your life. Enagic Water Purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Beauty water for skin, hair, and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to noon and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
We know the street because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
The normal healthcare system and to target the regional market for cutting-edge healthcare. That will allow the country to have within our borders a hospital which locals will accept and access, and the government will pay for locals in there, but the university can sell those services to others for which there's a demand. And we're still working on that. I must say that the pandemic disturbance would have influenced that in a way that we have not kept the targets that we have been, but it's in there, on the way, and we expect that we will bring that about in the not too distant future when the pandemic stresses are over. That's Cuba. By the end of the next month of July, we will be opening a new hospital in Point Fortin. As I speak to you now, we are opening this one in Arima. Construction is going on in Sangre Grande and Roxbury in Tobago. And the spanking new Diego Martin Health Facility is close to completion. That's on the way. In our nation, we can end up with 10 hospitals. So the people of Trinidad and Tobago have always and continue to invest in healthcare because your health is your wealth. And if that is true, then we are investing in keeping this country wealthy and hopefully wise. Ladies and gentlemen, the sacrifices that we've made in the last few years to do this have not ended. Because when we fill out this hospital with all the potential in here, it has to be paid for on an ongoing basis. Hospitals cost money. Healthcare is expensive. That freeness I talked about there has to be paid for. And it has to be paid for from the exchequer. So therefore, we have to make sure that our taxes are not stolen by office holders. And the taxes that are due are collected. And those who earn in this country must pay their fair share. These are all maxims of a civilized society that wants to be at its best. In this hospital, much of what is available in the best hospitals around, technologically and training-wise, would be available through these doors. Don't take it for granted. Make your contribution, starting with appreciation of the physical facility, appreciation of the human output, and appreciation if you do come there, or if you have your family here, your friends here, you know that there are people here who value their life and their living. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank the contractors and their staff for turning up here throughout the period of construction and giving up their best. I want to thank the planners who planned it. And I want to thank in advance all those who will come here as their place of work. And I also want to thank, as I did before, our friends in China, who once again have associated their expertise, their economy, and their goodwill to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We as a people are saying to ourselves now, even as we are not in our best position financially, our priorities remain steadfast, looking at what we want to be and committing, even in a period of difficulty, believing that there is great hope in our destiny, believing that there's a better tomorrow, so we can invest in things and places like these. Investing in our children, who we are confident that as they develop, we can sustain them through their training. And after the end of their training, they can come into places like this that we would have built for them as others have built for us. Today is a day when all the people of Trinidad and Tobago should be proud. Arima, we stand with you. We are happy that you've got your hospital. Point Fortin, you will get yours. Roxbury, you will get yours. Sangre Grande, you will get yours. And at the end of the day, we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, would have served ourselves in this generation and generations to come by making the right decision and making all the sacrifices that are necessary to get what we need to get if we are going to be what we want to be. Thank you, and let us all be grateful, let us all be gracious, and let us all accept our new Arima General Hospital.
All right. So Trinidad and Tobago, I had to play it for you. If I didn't play that for you, my name is Sharon Felix. But while we do that, we have a stop set coming up in a minute and some seconds. And when we come back, we may be able to take a couple calls because we have to go to the news at 7. But I thought I would take the early part of the program to just give you some information. That's how you know I do it like that. I ain't going on a hocus pocus, find the needle in a haystack scenario. So Trinidad and Tobago, I play that for you to understand. And I read what I read for you to understand. They must stop the damn lies. Stop it. That's what you all need to do. If that's the way you want to politic and campaign with lies, what you will give us if you win, boy? More lies? We'll be back. Don't shift your dial.
Because we talk to the street.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM. This Saturday on Iowa Stage.
Yo, what up, friends? It's your boy Stargram here, and you see this coming Saturday, the 15th of June. It's all about yours truly, Ahmed Stargram, heading down to Iowa Stage. Yes, Iowa Stage for the first time ever Chutney Clash. You heard it, the first time ever Chutney Clash. Iowa Stage. That's this coming Saturday, the 15th of June. I'm going to be singing against my sister in the business, Kavita Ramkissoon, the Chutney Empress. So we're going to be live from 8 p.m. on Facebook, Street 919 FM and 101.7 Facebook page. You all keep it locked. Don't you miss it. This coming Saturday from 8 p.m. Yours truly, Instagram, Kavita Ramkissoon. See you.
Hey guys, this is Igil Kavita Ramkissoon, your Chutney Empress, and on Saturday, June 13th, I am coming to Iowa Stage on 919. We're having something called a Chutney Clash. And guess who I'm up against? Ahmed Stargram. That's my boy.